different from A Way Out. It's very different type of gameplay. It's oh, I can't say so much, but it's very different. I mean, people will be like, I think they will recognize that this is a Hazelight game, but it will definitely not be A Way Out and Brothers. And so is the next game I'm planning right now.
Come
That is
on, you're
also
working on
extremely
another game?
different. Yeah. Not
God
yet,
damn.
but I'm working on a concept because right now, when we're in the end, we're like in a bug fixing mode right now. So right now, I have a little more time to like focus on the next one. So I already have it in my game, the next game in my head, and I can already tell you now, you haven't seen anything like it. That's for sure.
Damn, man.
Like I'm super
You're
excited,
killing
but
me.
I wish I could talk more about It Takes Two, but I guarantee you it will be one hell of a ride. I know I sound cocky, but I can't help it. I can't
Come
help
on,
it.
man. I know. Yeah.
It's impossible. It's actually impossible not to be cocky if you see the game. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like it's a if you were doing the same game, I don't see any reason. I mean, I'm always cocky anyway, but you would be cocky as well. But again, it's super cool. The team has gone totally nuts, and we are fucking up all the time. Again, that's what we're all about. Keep fucking shit up.
Yeah. You think you're ever gonna make a AAA game like the games that Naughty Dog makes?
I think, yeah, at one point maybe in the future, but it has to be on my terms. If it's on my, because when you come up in these kind of figures, and I think The Last of Us 2, what could it be, like 150, $200 million? When you're on that level of number of money, then of course, like when there's so much money involved, you'll have other people like more worried. So you have to meet in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I wouldn't, because if I lose the passion, I can't make a game. But if I have a publisher that's ready to put that amount of money and let me go crazy and the team, let's do it. But I won't do it otherwise.
Have you ever thought about
Always
making
gonna be all the games that come from Hazelight, guarantee you will always be coming from a place of passion. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So have you ever thought about making an open world game?
Yes, and trust me,
that's gonna be fucking
different.
amazing.
Yeah. I mean, if we do an open world game, trust me, it will be so unique and different for sure. I mean, I would take away all the things that we know about it. Like, I don't even like collectibles in game. It's everything I question. Like when someone shows me, like, why is this? Why is that? Why is this? Like everything. But yes, if we do an open world game, it would definitely look not like a normal open world.
Man, that's
maybe in
awesome.
the future. Who knows?
Yeah,
there's many ideas. Like I wish I could share something more about It Takes Two and the next one as well. But just make sure to play it when it comes out.
Are you kidding me? I'm a huge fan, man. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Trust me, you will love it. Games about. There's many stuff about games I would like to talk about. Like there's so many things. Like a lot of people talk about game length. That's like crazy.
Yeah, that's killing me, man. I know.
I mean, it's madness. It's mad, and I keep telling this. I don't know, like because it's such a big problem. It's such a big problem that we have such a huge problem that people not finishing the games at all. All the statistics show that people are not even playing through the game once, and still, like people are making these long ass games. A lot of people are missing so much content, a lot of overtime. And I keep telling like the journalists when I meet them, like stop saying that this is short or long. It doesn't matter because I mean it's kind of like a vicious circle because players want like long games, they don't play them at all, and reviewers are journalists are talking about that this game is short, they give them maybe less review, and then you have publishers thinking that game is well, and it's a vicious circle and nobody's even stopping. I mean, I think for story titles it's crazy this stuff because there's so much content being thrown away, so much, and you end up also in a situation where first of all games become very costly, and second of all you can't have a 15 or 30 hour story game where you don't have to repeat the mechanic all the time. That's the only way you can do it. It's copy and paste method after a while. So why question? I mean, why question time? Sure, I understand if it's a game is like 2-3 hours, make it maybe 8 to 10 or whatever. I mean, I always say like the game should be as long as it needs to be. But I think this is a big problem, and we should focus first on why people are not finishing the game. It's a big problem. I mean,
especially for story-driven games.
Here's the sick thing. Like, statistically, everybody knows this. Like, that you put your most focus on the first hours of your game because that's what most people will play. The rest, I mean, very few people will see it. You would be super surprised if you hear the statistics of how many people actually finish the game once.
Yeah.
Then you have a very few percentage that replay games and blah blah. But is that worth like crunching the hell out of people and making games that are too long? And you feel, I mean, you know, it doesn't make sense to me. And if you want to do a 20-hour, 30-hour, or 40-hour story game, then you should make it, because it's rarely I played a long game that I think holds. I mean, I think like many of the games you could take away 5 or 10 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I think years would be better. But at the end of the day, I don't care if the experience is 1 hour or 100 hours. Like, I really don't care. It's just that don't have it as a way of like looking at games. Like, okay, how long is this game? Like, what the fuck? Why does it even matter? It's so weird talking about my money, and I don't know how people value their time, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, what are you ready to pay? You ready? I mean, it's so weird how you value your time, but it's obviously like everybody's choice. If you want to play the same thing for 100 hours, sure, if you think that's worth your money. But for me, I'd rather get 10 great hours and then do something else with the 90 hours, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
Do you think
nobody
is it gonna ever change?
I think it will. Yeah, I think just someone have to stop saying like, come on, stop bullshitting. Let's do this. Let's make great games. And you know, at the end of the day, I think all this will change. Like, what people want.
The cost of making is going up, so that's a good factor.
That too. At the end of the day, just keep doing that. And I mean, the games are. I would say. I mean, I paid the same amount of money when I was young, but it was like most of the time very short games and very like not. So for me, like I just hope this way of looking at lengths in game just disappear. But I think it will eventually by itself, because we will end up at a day like we won't be able to play another first person, another third person if it's a story title. We're gonna need something more. We're gonna need something more, I think.